What's going on YouTube? Today's vlog is going to be music again. I'm joined with my bandmates who are currently setting up things.
Hello.
That's Nick. You already met Nick. And Jeff's hiding over there behind Nick.
Jeff's being lazy.
But anyway, we got all the drums all set up. We got mics, more mics, more mics, mics on everything, room mics, some more room mics. But yeah, so we're doing some recording with our band. I'll put the link for our band in the description. Check them out. Us out? Check us out. And yeah, hopefully there's some cool shots tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're live.
Sorry that last bit of vlogging wasn't very long. I know there's not a lot we can record there because I have to be pretty quiet, and you didn't want to see the same thing over and over and over. So I figured for now, for this next chunk, I'll kind of talk about recording, and because we record all our own stuff and have our own recording equipment, so I figured I'd talk about that and kind of introduce you guys to that, and let me know if you like it or not in the comments. I almost said description. Let me know if you if you like that kind of stuff in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you like recording and recording your own music. And recording drums with me playing the drums doesn't give me much opportunity to actually record with the camera. So you guys didn't get to see much. Plus it has to be super quiet, obviously. I couldn't show you guys the setup process, like that already happened. All we had to do was just press the record button and then record the songs. And unless you guys wanted to watch that over and over and just see me playing drums with no external music that you can hear, which would have been incredibly boring, I don't think that's going to make the cut. Yeah, we're doing a few week stint here with my band doing some recordings. And basically we're going to come out with like a six track EP, and it's going to have a bunch of new songs and then a couple of old songs that we've honestly had forever and just never played or recorded live. So we're going to put those on, and that should be pretty cool. We're new to the whole recording thing. We have a lot of recording gear, and we've been doing it for like a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. But we don't record all the time, obviously, so it's not like we're using it every day and well versed in it. But you guys saw in the previous clips there my mic setup for drums. We have every drum mic'd, and then we just have room mics because I currently don't have overhead mic. If you guys have any comments or anything on how I should better that setup that you saw, put them in the comment section below, because I would love to learn more about this, and maybe if we can get better recordings out of it just by moving some mics or adjusting some things, that'd be awesome. I don't have the most expensive mics because, like I said, we're new to this and we don't record all the time. We don't run a recording studio, so really there's no need for me to have, you know, a $300 mic for my bass drum because we use it once in a while. And so I have some mediocre mics. They do the job. They get what needs to be done, and they're pretty beefy. They're like solid metal, and I think I could throw them across the room and they would not get damaged. So that's pretty cool. We have a pretty good interface, and then we do our own mixing and mastering. But I would love for you guys to comment on anything, techniques that we could change. The next step of the process for us is to record bass on top of my drum tracks that you guys just saw me recording. And then after that, we're going to record guitar tracks. And then after that is vocals. So any comments on any of those kind of things, recording those, I would appreciate. We do actually have some of the room mics I had there are actually really, really nice mics, and they are good for vocals and room mics. So the vocals we have really good quality mics for. But I'm always down for any setup hints, tips, tricks of the trade. Because like I said, we're new to this. We're doing it for fun because we like to record music as much as we like to make music and play it. So we're essentially doing it all ourselves from, square one. We are recording and then mixing and mastering and re-recording if we need to. So it's a heck of a process. It usually takes us a few months because Nick and I are pretty anal about what goes into these tracks. So we listen very, very closely for all kinds of things, and we'll listen to a track and then take a couple weeks break, listen to some other stuff, then come back to it and like reanalyze what we've heard and what we've produced so far, maybe what we've mixed or our EQ for the track, and see if we like it or not. And then if we hate it, wow, some guy just blew through the stop sign outside my house. That's not all right. Well, anyway, if we hate the track that we just did or don't like the EQ of it or, the balance or something, we'll totally adjust that over and over. So it's a process, and it's not a short process. But I think in the end, we're a lot more attached to our sound and our music and our recordings because we made them instead of doing it through a studio. And it's more of our product. And because of that, it's also more of our sound because we've recorded in some other places and the recordings came out pretty good. And it was really fun to work in like real studio. But it's not the same, and we found actually that our band's sound was almost too influenced by the people at the studio than it was us, and part of that was because we are new, or were at that point new to recording and new to studios, so we just kind of went with the flow and didn't really know how much give and take we had, but now that we do it all ourselves, we comment on our own things and say this sounds awful and we redo it. So because of that, we have a lot more power to make it sound like us, and there's less outside influence of add this vocal track that screams more when we're not really that kind of band. So it's easier for us, and it makes us have a product, like I said, that we love because we're really attached to it because we spend months making it. But then it also is cool because we get to have something that sounds to us more like what our band should be. And so that's really cool. So for any of you out there who are getting into recording or are debating getting into recording your own music, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can easily spend a few hundred and get a small interface that can maybe handle like 3 or 4 mic inputs, and then just do that if you're just a recording artist with guitar and vocals. You can easily just get a small setup and use that. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. Obviously the interface that we have down there, it's hard to see, but it's a Scarlett, and it has a lot of inputs because we record drums, which is 7 mics I think we use right now for drums alone. So there's a lot we need a lot of power for it, so we have that interface for that reason. But honestly, if you're thinking of recording it yourself, I would say definitely go for it if you're doing any kind of recording on your own, because the benefits are awesome. And I found, like I said, you get a lot more out of your sound as an artist and out of your gear. Obviously you get to use your gear. It's really fun to learn. There's a lot of cool stuff involved. So if you're anything like me, I like technology and music, and that kind of combines the best of both worlds. So you can hear your own music playing back, then you can adjust your own music the way you want it to sound. So, you know, instead of some professional editing my drums, which maybe, you know, I can tell them, you know, I want it to sound a little more like this or a little like this. It's me editing my drum tracks, each individual drum, and I get to choose the way it sounds, you know what I mean? So if I want my bass drum to be really thuddy and not have a lot of high end to it or whatever, and not have much pop and just be a low thud, I can do that, and it's cool. So for any of you who are debating doing that, I would definitely say it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's fun to learn, and it's really cool to do that yourself and have that power to make everything personally yours. All right, I know that last chunk of that vlog was super long and just kind of me ranting about recording stuff, but I'm super into recording, and I don't know about you guys, so let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you liked that kind of long, mostly unedited blabber, and if you hated it, let me know. I'm willing to change. Obviously this vlog is brand new, so I'm willing to adjust for whatever you guys like or don't like. But it's kind of cool to just sit down and talk about things for a little bit without cutting when I went to edit the video. So yeah, if you guys like that, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, and if you're new, subscribe. And there's new videos every Saturday. I try my hardest to post every Saturday, sometimes Sunday if I don't get the video done by Saturday, but always on the weekend, and there'll always be something up. So yeah.